Hi everyone, this is Dr. Nitin Choda with Ignition Time, and boy, do I have some news for you today. The federal government is likely to be sued by one or more major states. In this video, I'll talk to you about a 5-page memo that was released by the White House and reactions from the mayors of New York City, Portland, Seattle, and DC. So you're going to learn about that in this video. My name is Dr. Nitin Choda. Thank you so much for visiting my channel. If you do learn something new from this channel, please consider sharing it with your friends and family, because we try and put out information that we feel everyone should know. For us, I want my viewers and subscribers to know it's not about the red or the blue. It's about the red, white, and blue. I'm not a Democrat. I'm not a Republican. I'm an American. And although this video may seem like it is anti-president, it is not, because I'm going to present you with both sides of the story and I want you to come to your own decision. So please make sure that you view this information from both sides and then decide where you stand, and let me know in the comment section where you stand, because boy, this is what is happening today is highly unusual. On your screen, you'll see an article from the Washington Post which talks about a 5-page memo, and the headline reads, "The White House orders a review aimed at blocking federal funding from places administrations deem anarchist jurisdictions." This has actually never happened before in the history of our country. And there's a 5-page memo. This is a memo from the White House that says that certain places like Portland, Seattle, DC, and in New York City should face particular scrutiny. And so President Trump, in the past 48 hours, approved a memo that the White House says is intended to restrict federal funding from going to certain cities that the administration deems to be anarchist institutions. And this is highly unusual. We've never seen any president prior, in the past doing this. So in a 5-page memo, the president directed the White House Office of Management and Budget to give guidance to federal agencies on restricting funding to cities that defund their police department. The memo also directs the Justice Department within 14 days to come up with a list of localities that qualify as, I quote, anarchist jurisdictions, and post that list publicly. The president has said that there is a wide-ranging Democratic plot to defund police departments, although most prominent Democrats have rejected that approach. So the president's memo states, and I quote, "My administration will not allow federal tax dollars to fund cities that allow themselves to deteriorate into lawless zones. It is imperative that the federal government review the use of federal funds by jurisdictions that permit anarchy, violence, and destruction in America's cities." Now, we are in the middle of a pandemic. We're in the middle of an economic crisis. People are going hungry. People are homeless. People have lost their jobs. So this particular action at this point in time, weeks before an election, I mean, you tell me if it makes sense to you or not. Let me know in the comments section below what you think of this action, this initiative from the White House. Let me know in the comment section below. Also, I want to invite viewers and subscribers to share this information with friends and family members, and ask them to comment below, because I want to hear what our community thinks about this initiative by the White House. Again, please comment below, please share this video, because I do want to hear both sides. Speaking of both sides, I will share a video clip from the mayor of New York, who essentially shared his perspective about this. And as you can imagine, he wasn't very happy. He did talk about legal action against the US government. We're talking about a state, a major state, and for that matter, probably more than one major state, talking about legal action and talking about suing the federal government. Yep, that is the year we live in. I mentioned this earlier. 2020 is a year that all of us want to forget, but I think as citizens, we need to be aware of everything that's going on, and we need to be aware of both sides, which is what this channel is all about. Let me repeat. For me, it's not about the red or the blue. It's about the red, white, and blue. We are not at Ignition Time. We aren't Democrats. We aren't Republicans. We are Americans, me and my entire team. So on your screen, you will see a tweet from Jeff Stein, a reporter from the Washington Post, who reports that as per the memo, the DOJ will publish a public list of anarchist jurisdictions in 14 days. I mean, I don't even like the sound of anarchist jurisdictions, but that's my gut reaction to this. All US agencies will have to report all federal funds going to Seattle, Portland, New York, and DC. So it seems like specific jurisdictions have been targeted and the word anarchist has been used. And in 30 days, White House will distribute guidance on restricting money to anarchist jurisdictions. Now, let's be clear, something like this is going to face a lot of resistance. In fact, let's take a look at the next tweet from Jeff Stein. President Trump signed, he's talking about the memo. And per the memo, the DOJ is supposed to determine what anarchist jurisdictions are. In fact, we'll put up a screenshot of the memo on your screen right now, and you can see this is directly from the memo. And it says here that in identifying anarchist jurisdictions, the Attorney General shall consider as appropriate whether a jurisdiction forbids the police force from intervening to restore order amid widespread or sustained violence or destruction, and whether a jurisdiction has withdrawn law enforcement protection from a geographical area or structure that law enforcement officers are lawfully entitled to access but have been officially prevented from accessing or permitted to access only in exceptional circumstances. And there are other factors, and you can take a look at the screenshot. We'll link you to further information. We'll provide you with a link to information in the description section below. And it talks about whether a jurisdiction disempowers or defunds police departments. And again, this is where things stand right now. Now, this is definitely going to face a ton of legal challenges. In fact, specifically, Mayor Bill de Blasio from New York was, as you can imagine, he had a strong response to this. I'm about to show you a clip from Mayor Bill de Blasio from New York. And he basically said that, that what the president is doing is not right. And he basically said, we asked you for testing at the beginning of this crisis. It never came. We asked you for stimulus to help us get back on our feet. You didn't lift a finger. We asked you for the truth about the pandemic so we could all move forward together. And you refused to tell New Yorkers and the American people what was going on. So you failed us and now you punish us. And he said, the Supreme Court has spoken. The President of the United States cannot interfere with federal funding for cities and states just because he feels like it. We have laws in this country. So if you persist in trying to deny the funding that's keeping New York City going in the middle of this crisis, we will see you in court. Oh, Lord. Yeah. Sometimes when I report the news as a concerned citizen, as a citizen reporter, sometimes I can't believe what I'm reporting myself. And this is one of the things that I can't believe I'm reporting, but it is happening. I want you to watch a news clip from with Mayor Bill de Blasio from New York. Let's roll the tape, and I want you to see this for yourself. Let's roll the tape.
Got to talk about something that is very, very troubling, and that's what we heard last night from the president. The President of the United States, a New Yorker by birth, threatening to take away federal funding from this city while we're still in the grips of this crisis. It just makes no sense. It's a time when we should be seeing solidarity with New York City, support for New York City, understanding for New York City, and we're seeing the opposite. So I want to speak directly to the President. Mr. President, we asked you to help New York City, and you weren't there for us. We asked you for testing at the beginning of this crisis. It never came. We asked you for a stimulus to help us get back on our feet. You didn't lift a finger. We asked you for the truth about the coronavirus so we could all move forward together. And you refused to tell New Yorkers and the American people what was really going on. So you failed us. And now you want to punish us? It makes no sense. By the way, your words don't carry much weight on this topic because the Supreme Court has spoken. The President of the United States can't interfere with federal funding for cities and states just because he feels like it. We have laws in this country. So if you persist in trying to deny the funding that's keeping New York City going in the middle of this crisis, we will see you in court. And once again, we will beat you in court. Why don't we stop the words and get on with some actual action to help New York City and help the people of this country? That's what we actually need.
And also, since that clip was released, the mayors from all the 4 cities that were referenced in this memo, we're talking about Mayor Bill de Blasio from New York City, Portland Mayor Ted Wheeler, Seattle Mayor Jenny Durkan, Washington, D.C. Mayor Muriel Bowser, issued a joint statement that read as follows. Our cities and the millions of Americans we represent are not President Trump's political pawns. We are confronting unprecedented challenges, fighting back a pandemic and economic devastation without another stimulus. Now, instead of leadership from the White House, we are faced with new attacks that are unlawful, unconstitutional, and will undoubtedly be defeated in court. President Trump needs to wake up to the reality facing our cities and our entire country and realize he is not above the law. That is where things stand, everybody. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Dr. Nitin Choda with Ignition Time. I want you to let me know what you feel about the president's 5-page memo and about the reaction from the mayors of the cities that were referenced as anarchist jurisdictions and about the actions that the president wants the Justice Department to take. Let us know in the comments section below exactly what you think about this. Also, this is important for all of us to weigh in on. This is important for all of us as citizens to comment on. Please share this video with friends and family and ask them to comment and ask them to let us know what they think about this. My name is Dr. Nitin Choda with Ignition Time. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please follow us on Instagram. Our Instagram handle is ignition_time. Send us a text message if you want to get added to our SMS alerts list. You can also bookmark our channel, youtube.com/ignition time, so you never miss an important update, because sometimes YouTube doesn't send out the notifications about new videos. You can also get added to our email list, ignitiontime.com/alerts. That's ignitiontime.com/alerts. And you can opt out of our SMS list or email list at any time. Thank you so much for watching. Please click like, please click subscribe if you learned something new. Regardless of what you thought of the actual content, we put in a lot of effort to try and present you with both sides and to try and give you real-time information through our channel. So if you appreciate our effort, my team's effort, all of us work overtime to try and bring you information. So if you appreciate that, all you have to do is click like. It helps out the YouTube algorithm. It appreciates our efforts. And please subscribe. Please enable notifications so you get instant updates going forward. My name is Dr. Nitin Choda with Ignition Time. Thank you so much. I'll see you in the next episode of Ignition Time. Take care. Bye.